If you're considering the Momcozy V2 pump, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the pros, cons, as well as all the different features that make up the Momcozy V2, so you can decide if this is the right hands-free breast pump for you. So let's get started. And to start with, we're going to look at the different suction levels, because really when we're talking about a breast pump, one of the priorities is that you are going to get the suction that you need. So to start with, you can see that this controller is super easy to use. Let me turn it on. Up the top, you have your different modes. There are 3 modes. There is your stimulation, your expression, and then both of those, which is a mix. So the stimulation is your short, sharp suctions that are designed to initiate your letdown and mimic that initial sucking from your baby. And then you have your expression mode, which are the longer drawn out suctions to draw out your breast milk. And then you have your mixed modes, which, as you might expect, is a mix of the shorter and longer suctions. So which one you choose really depends on how your body responds. But I love that you do have the 3 different modes and the addition of the mixed mode here. So it does give you flexibility to choose a mode that your body is best going to respond to. You then have up to 9 different suction strengths or suction levels. So you can really tailor this pump and the suction strength again to your comfort levels. You can see too that there is a timer on this. You can easily pause by pressing the power button again, which again is something that I love. Sometimes you need to pause your session, pumping session, so having that option is fantastic rather than having to stop and start all over again. In terms of suction strength, now this is quite a powerful little pump, and considering that the controller is so small, it is quite impressive on how powerful that this is. It's up to 288 millimeters of mercury, so it really is up there with most of the Momcozy pumps. It is also quite quiet. Now, you will hear this if it is complete silence, but with a little bit of background noise, it's going to be pretty minimal in terms of a distraction. It's under 48 decibels. So I'll turn this on again and put it up to the maximum settings so you can hear the different sounds. I'll bring that a bit closer. So if I start talking over the top of this, you can hear that that noise is quite minimal. Again, though, it is not silent. You do not want to be I don't want you to have the expectation that you get this and it's a silent pump. There is a little bit of noise to it, but again, I feel like it is quite minimal, especially compared to some pumps out there that are up to 65 dB. So again, I'll turn that down so you can. Okay, on here you can also see your battery life. Now, in terms of battery life, it is 180 minutes, which is really quite impressive for a wearable breast pump. That's 7 to 8 pumping sessions, depending on how long your session goes for. It is charged via USB. Again, I love this because it makes it so portable. You can use it on your travels, you can use it at the workplace. It does, having a USB really is a game changer for me. It takes 1 hour and 40 minutes to reach full charge. In terms of your flanges and collection cups, so these are extremely lightweight. I was actually really impressed with how lightweight these are. They are only 120 grams per cup in terms of weight. I really feel like these are one of the lighter cups that I have come across. In terms of capacity, it's 6 ounces or 180 millimeters. And what I love about these is they come with the trademarked Momcozy double flange fit. So that is this extra cushioning around your flange, and this is to help with comfort, but also really getting you an adequate seal when you are wearing your pump. It is a silicone flange, and it comes in a size 24, but what I really love about the V2 is in your pack, they also include a 27 millimeter flange. So this is great for those with the larger nipple sizes. Having the 27 included in your pack, for me, is a really great feature. You also have your Momcozy nipple measuring tool. So this is great because it lets you determine your size straight out the box, and they have included your 3 different sizes, a 21, a 19 and a 17 flange insert. So you really can get started with a great fit right from the start with this pump. In terms of parts, it is extremely minimal. There's only 5 pieces to it. I do have a separate video which I will link to in how to use this, but you can see that it is really minimal. So that makes this great for when you are cleaning. You're not having to worry about getting into lots of little nooks and crannies. It's also really great because you're not having to replace as many parts with just general wear and tear. So I really do like that side of it. It's also got this great teardrop design. So it is a little bit more breast-like rather than the semicircles that you can get with other wearable breast pumps like the M5. So overall, I think this is a very powerful pump. I love that these are lightweight, so it adds to the comfort. A couple of downsides for me, for me, is that you have tubing. I do prefer a wearable breast pump that has the motor attached to the cup, but I guess the trade-off in that is that your cups become a lot heavier, and so wearing these on your breast when you have the motor attached can be a little bit more noticeable and even more uncomfortable. So there is the advantage to having the cup by itself with the tubing and the motor separate, because you're not carrying the weight of the motor with your cup on your breast. Now, they have also got a really handy clip on the back of your motor, and there is also a lanyard, so you can either clip it into your pocket or pants as well as around your neck. So that again is a nice handy feature. The only other downside for me is that the tunnel is actually too short if you have elastic nipples. So this won't be the pump for you if you already know that you have elastic nipples. I would highly recommend going for the Momcozy S12 Pro if that is the case. For most people, this will be perfectly fine. But again, if you have elastic nipples, this won't be the pump for you. Overall, I think this is a great pump and definitely one to consider. I hope this video helps. If you've got any questions, then please ask in the comments. Cheers.